Hi, I'm Mr. Barker, and this is the learning resource that I created for FITT Principle for basketball players within their training and how to apply that with an 8-mark question. So initially I created a PowerPoint presentation to give the foundation of knowledge for how to write 8-mark questions and the content behind the answer for the example question. So the first slide I created was all about what to do with an 8-mark question, so the structure, how to identify command words and to make sure they give examples to link to the question. The second slide was focusing more on these command words, so I give a definition for each command word which might occur within a question, and then from there we progress into a small task which they can do in pairs, so practice using these command words, so it gives them a chance to apply the knowledge of how to use these command words, and then 3 questions for that. So identify something Mr. Barker uses to help him teach within the lesson, discuss the reasons why Mr. Barker is wearing the clothes he is wearing for this lesson, and explain the effect of putting the details of the lesson on the whiteboard. So that will all enable them to progress with the command words needed to answer 8-mark questions. From there I move into the marking criteria for the specific question, which I have outlined in this slides before. So from there, how to achieve 1 to 3 marks, how to achieve 4 to 6 marks, and how to achieve 7 to 8 marks, so the AO1, AO2 and AO3 grading criteria. From there I move into the FITT Principle and exactly what that is, so again breaking down the content of what the FITT Principle is, and frequency, intensity, time and type. From there I go a little bit further into that and how that applies to a basketball player within each one. So a slide on frequency, a slide on intensity, a slide on time and a slide on type, so the different types of training that occur and that will enable a basketball player to progress. From there we'll go into a Q&A on the last slide, which is all about components of fitness and how the FITT Principle can enable a basketball player to progress within these components of fitness. So the next part of the learning resource which I created is a knowledge organiser. This will be done as a large group resource which has activities on the front and the back. So the front is working towards how to answer the 8-mark question, and the back is the example question specific to basketball. So it's all related to FITT Principle, so they can expand their knowledge within that as well. The first resource is a FITT table, so they have to give a definition and a sporting example, so they can really expand their knowledge within that. The next example is a model of how to plan, so point, explain and example. So that's something that's going to be consistent throughout the learning to ensure that they know how to plan their answers effectively. From there I'm going to move into an actual mark scheme for a different example question, which is based around the FITT Principle effects on a training program for a 400-meter runner. From there I've given a sporting example which is specific to that question, so it's still working on the 400-meter runner, and it's a model answer for them to grade with the grading criteria to the left of it in the middle, and enable them to mark an answer and see what an 8-mark answer should look like. From there, on the reverse side, this is all about the 8-mark question which is specific to basketball. So how the FITT Principle can be applied to a basketball within their training, and it's helping them scaffold toward their answer at the end. So the first section is a questionnaire, so the top right and left is the questionnaire. So this is all about the FITT Principle within basketball players and 8-mark questions. So this is really giving them that knowledge to answer the question which is being asked. Then in the bottom corner we have the table point, explain and example for the basketball question to enable the students to fill this out individually. So these worksheets will be given out to them individually so they can produce their own portfolio and knowledge organiser if they wish, but this is a general one which is going to provide the whole group with the knowledge they need. Final activity is actually answering the question themselves. So there's 2 variations of this, one for the low ability and one for higher ability. So the lower ability is more scaffolded, so it gives them examples and how to work towards the answers with prompts, so the students are able to do this more effectively. And the higher ability one is less scaffolded, but still highlights the AO1, AO2 and AO3 grading criteria to enable them to achieve that.